Good evening, everybody. I'm Lord Bakura, and I'm accompanied by my co-host, the fancy one. Hello there.
Hello, how is everyone doing today?
Today we are going to watch the match between Snowbear and Sceptross, and yeah, let's get the show on the road. There we go. The countdown has started, and both our races will begin shortly. Now, the fancy one, what do you expect from this race? What do you want to see here?
I'm always just a big fan of close races, so I want to see hopefully good starters at the beginning, maybe something they can run, maybe a good challenge on that first level 9 Pokemon in Faulkner's gym just to spice things up, but I want to see some speed being done here. I want this to be a quick one.
Oh yeah. The blitz races are always nice to see. Now, our apologies. The bingo card doesn't seem happening. It's being worked on. So again, our apologies. Behind the scene, they're working on it.
Yeah, in the meantime, it looks like the racers are just about to start. Oh, and might actually have a bingo card as well.
There we go. Yeah, it started, and there's the card.
So let's take a second to actually look at this card and Bakura, what are your initial thoughts here?
Well, the middle goal can be a bit of an annoyance for non-TM, non-damaging moves. Normally, you want to get a Pokemon with 3 non-TM non-damaging moves and then go get Flash. So you have to go out of your way to get that. But you have to find a Pokemon that has 3 non-TM non-damaging, or 4 in this case.
Yeah, it's always a tricky one. I always prefer the field moves because at least that way you can uh, mess around with hopefully getting some TMs that give you like not substitute, teleport or dig or something like that.
A dig is not of course, not a damaging move.
I was talking. I prefer the field move card.
Oh, the field move. Yeah, the field move is more interesting. We got a free goal here from our starters, being Corsola. So at least both our runners picked that, and they got that one going. So yeah, let's see if they can find some main Pokemon in the wild. I wonder what that item. Oh, they got a free Carbos with the Corsola, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, and we might be able to get a sneak peek here in just a second as they're about to head over to this grass. First Pokemon is going to be Octillery.
Indeed, an octopus. It could be a really good main. It is a bit on the slow side, but it has decent attacking moves, both in physical and special attack. So yeah. Other than that, if I look more on this card, it seems like your typical Saturday card. Everstone Goldberries on the card. So both our races did set a Saturday, I believe. And what surprises me is that Sceptross did set it at a Saturday night to roll over into Sunday, where Snowbear decided to pick a day goal. So I'm not sure if he's banking on finding Everstone or Goldberry or not.
Not sure. Also, to call an attention, we have defeat 8 trainers on the lighthouse in the corner, so we might actually be taking a trip to the lighthouse because that's a valuable spot to have. Opens up the diagonal, vertical, and the row.
It really is, like those corner goals and those goals that are like in the corner positions, like item find the black glasses, they could be worth 3 bingos, so getting those goals are always a good one to go for. And Snowbird deciding he to catch a Kangaskhan. It's not a bad main, it's a buddy of one of the organizers of the tournament, Halkery. So yeah, maybe he's gonna run it.
Yeah, and just in case everybody's tuning in, goal here, as you can see, there's a bingo card. The goal here is for each runner is trying to get 5 bingos, so 5 across, 5 vertical, the diagonals, just 5 total. They can have overlaps. You can see both have marked off that middle bottom card, and it's gonna be straightforward until we get to Chuck, and once we get both runners get fly, then you're going to see them really starting to diverge and trying to find out where to get all these cards to finish quicker.
Indeed, indeed. Like every racer has their own way of playing, of course. One of them will check some slots on their way to Chuck, and the other one will try to blitz it. But most of the time, the goal is to get the Chuck, to get Fly as fast as possible, and then then go find your goals. Now the card has disappeared. My apologies for that. It's being worked on behind the scenes. Little shout out to Snowbear. He got that Kangaskhan with high jump kick, super fang, and rock slide. Now that's not a bad Kangaskhan at all. It also has bite for your ghost type Pokemon. So yeah, I think he's gonna try and run it. Now both of them on rival now, and Snowbear should have a little bit easier of a time because he has high jump kick. Clefairy not working with him, acid armoring him.
And Sceptross still running the Corsola, so hasn't found a main yet, so keep an eye on that.
Alright, well this fight was longer than it should have been for both our runners. Sceptross not finding a main yet, and yeah, Snowbear getting a bit unlucky there. And there we go, we have the card bat, so now we can look again. Snowbear deciding to check an encounter in the grass before getting back to Elm. Finding a Pidgeotto's, not on the card this time. Now, if I look at this card anymore, I think it's a pretty nice card, except for that middle goal. You got a lot of free goals on your hands here, like Item Finder, Lugia's Room, and Glacier Badge. Those two are a great combination because you need to get the Glacier Badge to get to Lugia's Room. So that's a really nice combo our racers can be doing. And as you can see here, Snowbear healing at that machine. That little machine allows you to get a heal. I'm not sure why he did that, because after Rival you get a full heal anyway. But it's its play. And Sceptross deciding to go to Route 46. Maybe the mains are there, who knows? Now that Pidgeotto is really the common there in Route 29. And Snowbear deciding to catch it.
Sceptross finding an Oddish, which is on the card with the poison types.
Indeed, indeed.
And he's using to catch it.
Well, what he can be doing, if he wants, he can slap an XP share on the Oddish. It'll evolve around level 24. And then just give it a Leaf Stone. And since Glacier Badge is on the card, Lighthouse Trainers is on the card, it's not a bad idea to consider that. 3 free poison types right there. And now Snowbear deciding to catch the Persian. He's catching an awful lot of pokes. And he must not like the Kangaskhan that much to try and enforce it.
Yeah, and Sceptross still just making more progress with the poison types, getting real lucky there.
Now, since both our runners are looking for a main, what would you say would be an ideal main fancy one? Like, what's good enough for you to decide this is going to be my my lead?
Oh goodness. I mean, my buddy, since we were talking about that Kangaskhan being Valkyries, will always be Crobat. So if I find one, that's what I'm immediately taking. But as far as things go, surprisingly I'm not a big fan of running evolved starters. Evolutions like Espeon, I'll always try to lean towards things like that. What about you? What's your go-to?
Now, my go-to is when I see a Pikachu, I run it, but it's my favorite Pokemon. But other than that, you got your S-tier pokes, Alakazam, Gengar, Mewtwo, of course. And then there are the Pokemon like, we saw Growlithe earlier. Growlithe can be forcible. Just get it to Goldenrod, give it a Firestone, and you have a very good Arcanine. And yeah, there's other pokes like Hitmonlee, Venusaur, Charizard. There's a lot of forcible Pokemon early on, and as long as something has a stab move and at least has 80 base stats, I'm willing to force it.
Yeah,
and
nothing's Nothing's worse than getting a great Pokemon with a horrible moveset.
Yeah, that's something that's really demotivating. And it seems Snowbear now is deciding to run the Kangaskhan, which I would have done that in a heartbeat. It has high jump kick, it can hit through rocks and steel. It has Rock Slide, it has Super Fang, so you can weaken things with that. And you'll get Headbutt after Bugsy, so yeah, why not try Force it unless you find something else.
Yeah, and Sceptross now no longer needs to evolve his Oddish since he just found a Gloom.
Yeah, that's way better for him. Just buy a Leaf Stone, and he has that for him. Now we do see here a little bit of delay since Snowbear did mark Aerodactyl, Kabuto, Omanite, which we know he has already caught.
And with it being so early, Sceptross probably does know where that he's on that same kind of route, so that is going to be shared information.
Yeah, he at least knows it has to be before Violet. There's a small chance it's after that, considering we're only 9 minutes 20 in. But yeah, he could easily try and metagame that. It's still risky, but there's a good chance he'll find it if he needs it. And that Feraligatr having double edge, now that thing is dangerous, let me tell you. And we can see Sceptross here having a really rough time.
Yeah, he's working through it. He's got the paralysis, which will help.
Now I have to admit, except for that Kangaskhan, there hasn't been many good Pokemon early on that I would consider catching.
Would you try to do like an early Runes Alpha at this point, see if you can't find a better Pokemon there?
I would say I'm not that much in love with Kangaskhan. Its attack stat is okay, but it is still a Kangaskhan. It doesn't have stab, so you'll be two-shotting most things. I would definitely check a couple of slots in Dark Cave, on Route 36, in Runes of Elf. And Snowbear is deciding not to, which is fine. I can understand that. What he could do is fish after Faulkner. So
we're gonna see
yeah.
the first real challenge here with this level 9 is gonna be a Girafarig.
Oh, that thing could be dangerous. Girafarig, one of those very good Pokemon to main, because it has such good attack and special attack stats.
And he's gonna be having a hard time to do it because
that thing
kick's
is
gonna
so
stop the super effective on high jump kick.
He's not gonna be beating this thing, I think, especially with Mega Drain. Meanwhile, like I said, Sceptross is checking Dark Cave to see if he can find something right there. And he found an Ampharos. Now that could be a very good Pokemon. It is slow, but it has really high special attack. I believe it's 120, 125.
And it has Zap Cannon.
Oh. Now Zap Cannon is one of those moves. It's 50 accurate, so it's a coin flick if you will, hit or not. Plus it has 50 PP, or 5 PP, sorry. But yeah, if that thing has another moveset, it could be runnable. But he's deciding to check for something else before checking it out. And Snowbear did beat the 9 with his Kangaskhan by the skin of its teeth, though. Now Raticate could also be one of those Pokemons. It's not my go-to poke, but if it has a good stab move, like Headbutt or Double Edge, and something for the side for Ghosts or Rocks, it could be a very good main.
And he has caught one already, so, but it looks like...
Oh, the Wigglytuff Explode critical hit on the Kangaskhan. Oh my. That, the Guildmaster went Yumta, as we would say in the Mystery Dungeon community. Oh, now there Sceptross will think, oh, Snowbear got this Aerodactyl, but he'll be wrong. And if that Aerodactyl has a moveset, that could be an excellent main.
I was just thinking that, yeah, but I mean, ultimately, I think even if he does have that assumption that this is what Snowbear found, not sure it's gonna make a big difference in the long run. I don't think Ammonite helps much else here.
No, it wouldn't. The only thing he might think is that the Aerodactyl will be Snowbear's main, depending on the moveset. But other than that, I think he must be quite relieved in finding that goal. Now Snowbear here deciding to go heal after the battle. He has to. And oh, this Aerodactyl only has Slash. That's what we call Ghost Vault.
Somebody in chat's asking for the tile. Do you have to catch the Pokemon or just fight it? You have to.
No,
catch
you
it.
have to catch. The Pokemon has to be registered in the Pokédex to count. So what our runners could do if they enter bug catching, you can catch multiple Pokemon in there that will register itself into the Pokédex. But you don't physically own them, but it will still count as a door since your Pokédex recognizes them. And indeed, Slash is an enhanced crit rate move. I should mark that for dearest Sceptross.
And it looks like Snowbear is taking out Faulkner here. And the TM is going to be Iron Tail.
Sceptross being a bit confused, and then I think he quickly realized that he has it. Now, I don't like the moveset. I don't dislike the moveset on that Ampharos. Crunch, Zap Cannon, definitely forcible. But yeah, he's having a really rough time here.
Yeah, he's trying to level it up, and Sprout Tower is definitely the way to do it because it's just a lot of easy trainers here. But
easy trainer, getting Flash for that middle goal once he get it, and he does have a Pokemon for it. He does have the Aerodactyl if he decides to go with it. But then he has to teach over Slash and he has to unmark the enhanced crit rate move. Now Snowbear finding a nice piece of candy right here.
Do you think he ends up going fishing in the cave?
I'm curious. Again, I'm not in love with that Kangaskhan, but he might very well be. Which I don't hate. It has Super Fang, which will be helpful in catching the Poggles later. But he is getting the rod, so I do think he will check a fishing slot or two.
Oh, going past the water.
He is passing the water. He's playing with my heart. That's what he's doing. And he's finding some really nice items along the way. A rare candy, a revive, a full restore. And those items are going to help him so much. And the Kangaskhan needs that help. It won't one-shot things and it will probably take a few hits.
And he's going to check this TM, see if it's something that can't help out his Kangaskhan.
Oh, definitely. I would definitely do that. And this Kangaskhan needs the help. Oh, and a Polka Dot Bow. Now, when this Kangaskhan gets Strength and Headbutt, oh, it's gonna be very decent. Especially with that Polka Dot Bow.
Yeah, things are starting to look up there.
Oh, and Snowbear realizing that he has an enhanced crit move. I wonder what he realized. Oh, he finds Slash. Oh, now, yeah. He should definitely keep running the Kangaskhan now. Polka Dot Bow Slash. That's a very good main.
Yeah, he should be flying through this next part of the game and be pretty happy about it, I think.
He should be pretty okay with it. Again, it's not the best main, but look at this moveset. High jump kick, rock slide, slash, and he teach over Super Fang. Now, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I would have kept Super Fang for later on, but he thinks he'll not need it. Sceptross here making his way up slowly on Sprout. His Ampharos only level 6 though. And Elderly has a level 10 Pokemon alongside 2 level 7s. So that's gonna be a rough fight for this Ampharos. And funnily enough, both battling a Totodile almost at the same time. Why do you think he kept Bite? Would it be for Ghost types, you think?
I'm not exactly sure.
I mean, he should hit Ghost types with Rock Slide easily. Your Ghost types are not the best defensive tanks, so Rock Slide should take easy care of those. It's something we can ask later when he's done with the race. And it looks like he does find the Everstone Goldberry. So yeah, he must have known it was on the ground all along.
Yeah, that's definitely a good piece of information to be able to snatch up there.
Yeah, this the Sceptross knows it. This is way too soon to be in bug catching, unless you have like a Mewtwo with Psychic, Ice Punch, whatever. And yeah, he knows it must be on the ground at this point. Now the question is, did Snowbear set a Sunday card or Saturday card? Because he did set it on a day pallet. Oh, and Sceptross having a lot of issues here. Oh, luckily the Keyboard missed Eggman, alright.
The other important thing to note with Goldberry being where it was found, Snowbear can now kind of use that to see how far behind Sceptross actually is.
Oh yeah, definitely. This might give a good confidence boost for Snowbear. Either that or he just... Okay, now the Kangaskhan learns Bonerang. This Kangaskhan is angry. My goodness.
Sceptross getting that middle square is going to be really useful later on.
And he's gonna teach Flash to the Gloom? Ah, the Gloom has it, very well. So that's middle goal for Sceptross, which can be huge if Snowbear doesn't find any Pokemon that has 3 non-TM non-damaging, or 4. It can be big trouble for him. I've seen races being stuck on that goal. I even myself had a race once where I owned 32 Pokemon and I had not a single one of them had 4 non-TM non-damaging, costing me the race.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the card, I mean, the only thing I can really think is I don't think we've seen either a Flappy or a Skiploom, and either a Paris or Venonat, or the...
Yeah, there's still some Poké goals, so we still need to see Magcargo, Magneton, Ho-Oh Lugia, but they can just climb the tower for that. I haven't seen a Beedrill Butterfree. Again, I am looking at 2 screens, so I might have missed something. Sceptross does have Arcanine Ninetales in the bag, since he has a Growlithe.
Yeah, I'm just thinking with the location being on that middle row, it's gonna if any of those Pokemon end up being unfindable on this randomized seed, it's gonna make that a little bit harder for both runners.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the looks of it now, Sceptross is accessible for 1 bingo already, being TLBR, Arcanine Ninetales, Lugia's Room, Black Glasses in Power, and then the middle goal. He can do that definitely. Oh, and there's the booming Wigglytuff. Will it Yumta on the Ampharos as well?
It does.
It does. Oh, that Wigglytuff. It's not having any of it today.
Sceptross might be being forced into 2 different mains with how much experience his Corsola is getting early on.
Yeah, I don't think he'll enjoy dual maining a Corsola.
No, it's really unfortunate.
And he has to do the same thing as Snowbear. And yeah, he must know at this point he's tremendously behind. Your usual Faulkner time should be below 15 minutes on average. And yeah, being almost 10 minutes behind that now, I don't think Sceptross is gonna feel very happy about that.
Still, again, at least he's got that middle square, so he still has a way back in the race. It's not.
He does still
Yeah.
have a way back, yeah, indeed. Now we see Snowbear here defeating Sceptross main that hit a Zap Cannon on him, but he can easily Bonerang it into the ground. Oh, and the Dodio hit Dynamic Punch. If he hits himself, Snowbear is... Oh, he still has a revive, though, doesn't he?
I think so, and the rock slide will at least help.
Now at this point, I would just... They're both fighting a Dodrio at the same time. You would think it's a mirror match, but it's not.
Yeah, second time it's happened. It's just not paying close attention. You think they're in the same exact spot.
Indeed. There we go, and Snowbear finishing the Bugsy fight at 24 minutes and 37 seconds. Not a bad time at all for a Bugsy fight, especially how both of them were looking for a main. And Sceptross at the same time finishing Faulkner while having to be climbed Sprout on almost 25 minutes. Now that's not a time you should be aiming for, and I think he knows it.
Yeah, I did see the TM that Bugsy gives you is Psychic, so that might be helpful.
Oh, if yeah, well, it depends on what Sudowoodo is. If Sudowoodo is your good special attacker like Alakazam, Gengar, then yeah, with Surf on the way after Sudowoodo, it could definitely be a good TM for in the bag.
Information on Sunflora, but she is not on the card today.
No, thankfully not. Sunflora, one of my most hated Pokemon. If I see that thing, it always has something to ruin my day. Now he decides to Rock Slide the Clefairy instead of High Jump Kick it. It was a misclick by the looks of it.
And Snowbear really just has some good coverage here. Just nothing seems to.
Oh yeah, Snowbear has perfect coverage right now. He has a good stab move with the Polka Dot Bow. He has Rock Slide for your fire types and flying types. High Jump Kick for your steels and rocks. And what else did he have? And then he has Bonerang, which is by far his most important move. Will hit fire types, it will hit poison types. And what's also really good about it, it's a 2-hit move, so it has twice the chance to critical hit.
And we're coming up on Goldenrod very soon, which means we'll be able to see what the gift Pokemon Kenya is.
Indeed. Now for Snowbear here, what would be perfect if it's a Pokemon with 3 non-TM non-damaging or 4 non-TM non-damaging, or one of the other Pogols like Beedrill, Butterfree, Magcargo, Magneton. It would be really helpful for him. And where Snowbear is about to enter Goldenrod, Sceptross is entering Azalea. So yeah, Sceptross is a full town behind, unfortunately, for Sceptross.
Yeah, still hasn't gotten that Goldberry, which is gonna really be the confidence boost for Snowbear.
Oh, definitely, here. and it will work in reverse for Sceptross, where he will see that he's almost 10 minutes behind. Now Snowbear getting a bit of encounters here. I don't necessarily hate that. And he's deciding to pick up the odd egg, so his strategy must be picking up, hatching the eggs. Now, what I don't like about this play he's doing now, that he's picking up some items on the way, like the hidden item in the daycare there. There's no need for it. You already have Everstone Goldberry. The Game Corner Pokemon are not on the card. He should still have his Revive and a couple of healing items. So yeah, I don't understand this play at all.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is maybe he's hoping to luck into black glasses so he doesn't have to go through the whole ordeal of getting that guarantee. It's just quicker if you just stumble upon it.
Indeed, indeed. And Snowbear checking Kenya, and it's a Tangela, which unfortunately has 3 damaging moves, so it's the other way around that he wants it to be.
He's choosing to do the bug catching contest.
Yeah, I think the reason he's doing this, he's gonna be picking up the TM, maybe checking a little bit of slots in the bug catching contest, which I don't necessarily hate. If he thinks that he's ahead right now, you can do this play. And it looks like bug catching doesn't have much to offer right now. Now, what could be happening, Sceptross will mark Everstone Goldberry very soon. And Snowbear might think, oh, Sceptross is in bug catching with me right now.
There is a Magnemite, so
There
I think
is
that
a
evolved
Magnemite, but
level 30, 31.
It evolves, I believe, level 32. It's a very late evolution.
Does choose to catch it.
I mean, I don't hate the idea. It's better to have it in the bag and to force it if it's needed to. Like you can decide to do Blackthorn Gym with it, Glacier Badge, and yeah, get some levels on it. So I don't necessarily hate the idea, but it's definitely not something you want to be doing. And as you can see, he is desperately looking for a poke with 4 non-TM non-damaging moves. I don't like that he's doing it every time he catches a thing. I would more likely do it after I get Chuck, check the Pokemon I have in the box. It'll be much quicker than keeps checking the Pokemon you have.
Yeah, I definitely would save it a couple times rather than having to navigate the menus every single time.
Yeah, it adds up quite a bit. Yeah, I think what's happening here right now, if I may look into our runners' heads, I think Snowbear seeing Sceptross marks Everstone Goldberry. Snowbear knowing the skill Sceptross can possess if he finds something. He thinks, oh, Sceptross is now in bug catching with me, most likely, since he was in bug catching. And Sceptross, on the other hand, he will think, oh, I'm 10 minutes behind Snowbear since he picked this up. I am very far behind this. I'm in a bad position.
Possibly, again, with that location of the Goldberry being right after that Team Rocket fight on the little cliff, it's not an item people usually skip, so it's very hard to imagine that Sceptross would skip that and then get it over in the bug catching.
It all depends how your gameplay is. I know Sceptross sometimes likes to skip items, sometimes he does pick it up, so it's either or. If I would be Snowbear in this situation, I would definitely just assume he's here with me, I still need to get going. That's the most safest strategy for Snowbear right now, just keep going, keep blitzing.
Definitely, I mean, they're both great runners, so and not being able to see the other person, that pressure's going to be on, to always pushing and being worried that you're either behind or they're right on their tail.
Oh, definitely. And Snowbear's starting the Whitney fight here, where Sceptross is entering Bugsy's gym. Like, they're mirroring each other with gym fights, but Sceptross is just one behind. And yeah, 32 minutes for the Whitney fight. It's not a bad time at all for this Kangaskhan. Now he decides to Rock Slide over Bonerang. I don't like that play, and yeah, there you go. He gets punished for a bit. He decides to reset, which is a very smart move. He said before Whitney, which you should do with a main like Kangaskhan. Now the real question here is, will Snowbear pick up the item finder when he's in Aquatique or not? Personally, it depends what kind of setting I'm in with a race. If I'm in a tournament race, I like to give as much info as possible, unless I have my path figured out. In a casual race, I don't care as much. I'll just pick up everything on my way immediately.
I'm the same way where like if I am in a competitive setting, I just don't want to be able to like give people any kind of ideas. I want them to like kind of like suffer in that unknown. But bringing up egg critique, not only do we have the item finder, how are you with Pokemon cries? Do you think you'll be able to identify those legendaries?
I can. What I will do, I will go. Let me go to Snowbear's Twitch real quick, and then I can see if I can recognize them. Because I have the Twitch stream, of course, muted because I don't want to listen to myself. Like, I'm confident in 70% of the cries, I would say.
See, I would guess wrong 100% of the time, so...
No, but in this situation, like, if he picks up item finder, right, immediately after he's entering it, and let's say he finds something in Burn Tower and catches it, that will be an indication for Sceptross, which will tell, oh, he either just did the Kimono Girls and found something in Burn Tower, or he just did Morty and found something on Route 37, or 38, sorry.
Yeah, all very, very good points. We're about to see what the Sudowoodo is.
Sceptross teaching Psychic here to the Ampharos. Finally that Ampharos is starting to look a bit more nicer. And it's a Porygon too. Now I do know Snowbear likes this Pokemon. You have Psychic in your bag. You're about to get Surf. So yeah, why not catch it and see if you can run it. It's the same level as your Kangaskhan. And I'd say it's a better main.
And worst comes to worst, it's got 3 non-damaging moves, and you get that middle square, right?
Indeed. In this situation, I would always catch the Sudowoodo. Now, Snowbear does decide to pick up the item finder. Again, I'm not sure if I like this play or not. It will give away to your opponent where you are. But yeah, he needs to be him. And he's still picking up items, which is a little baffling to me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you again. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think in this specific situation, knowing what we know as the commentating team, Sceptross seeing that now has an even better idea of how far behind he is.
Yeah, this can be a real kick in the gut for Sceptross. Like, he just entered the forest, and then you see your opponent mark item finder. That's just such a morale boost. It would be for me in any way.
Yeah, if I'm in his position, I'm holding on to that middle square as like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like as far as Snowbears has gotten, the fact that he hasn't gotten that's your ticket to get back into this race.
Yeah, it really is. Now that Porygon 2, that was I have seen better Porygon 2 in my days, if I do have to say myself. Now Snowbear deciding here to sell some items. And then buy some revives, I reckon, and some super restore potions. Yeah, there we go. Now this is the example of Sceptross skipping every item, which in this point it is the correct play and you have to do it. You have to catch up.
Definitely not angry at that. I think that was very smart.
I agree with that, Dragovian. It needs more Aurora Beam. Shoutouts to my Porygon 2 from earlier. With 0 attack IV, might I add. That's only the best Porygon 2 with 0 attack IV. Now, Snowbear starting the Kimono Girls, where Sceptross is entering Goldenrod. 37 minutes Kimono Girls. It's not a bad time. It's especially for a Kangaskhan main. It's average. It's average. Could be quicker. Could be worse. So I wouldn't be too mad about it.
Now we were talking about mind games. What I would like to see Sceptross do is when he gets that critique, don't pick up that item finder and try and hide and put that pressure back on Snowbear.
Oh yeah, definitely. Though I can see Snowbear's understanding. If he marks it after he's done with it, it would be around the, I'd say, 45-minute mark. And I can see Snowbear understanding, oh, Sceptross might have fly now because Sceptross can be that good.
That's a good point as well, yeah.
Now, if Pseudo Wudo was on this card, there's your another chance to inflict a status move on it. And here we see Sceptross getting some time back, where Snowbear did waste a little bit of his time in bug catching, checking some slots. Sceptross is deciding to absolutely full blitz, and again he has to. He knows how far behind he is. And he's actually closing the gap quite well now.
Yeah, went from a little over a town behind and now really closing that gap.
Yeah, and this goes to show how much time picking up items costs you, doing bug catching, even though if it's a couple of slots, it'll add up little by little by little. And now Snowbear's probably not gonna repel here. Yeah, and he's still picking up items. We really have to ask that. I've seen it earlier where people kept picking up items, and I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're in there, you're just like, I'm here anyway. It doesn't add up, but like doing that every single time absolutely does add up.
It really does. It really does. Though I do like the play for going without a repel inburned. But what I don't like is that you've marked the item finder before that. It'll definitely give away where you are. Let's see here how he deals with Rival 3. Having a Thunder Meganium. Now Meganium, one of those tanky Pokemon that are known for, not dying. to say it like that. And he gets a critical hit when he doesn't need it, of course, as is Cannon. And Sceptross here having a little bit issue with the Entei. Oh, he lives on 3 HP. And he by the skin of its teeth, he defeats the Entei.
That's more time saved right there, just because again, Snowbear had to do that reset, so gaining up a little bit speed there as well.
Indeed, indeed. Oh, I just realized I was so focused on both our runners, I forgot to listen to the cry, so give me a moment. I'll just unmute the main stream real quick.
My only guess is I think that first one may have been a Machop, but again, I'm more usually wrong.
I think Ammonite, Vaporeon, and I want to say the first one is like in the Snubble family, something like that. Snubble, Houndour. Yeah, ERC, like I said, Ammonite, Vaporeon, and Fire type maybe. I think Houndour, if I would guess, I have to take a guess. I definitely recognize the Ammonite and Vaporeon, yeah. And he's trying for that roam, he's not getting it. Not everybody can get as lucky, unfortunate.
Sceptross about to get that Porygon as well.
Now, knowing Sceptross, he's probably not gonna catch this. He might though, for a backup main, which I don't necessarily find the idea bad. Because if you wipe against Rival... Oh, he crits it, never mind. I was about to say, if you, like your main Pokemon gets fainted by the Rival fight, you can switch out the Porygon to take some hits. And yeah, you can get Revive and Super Potion your main. And we can see his Sceptross is, he's trying to catch up real quick. He's skipping the center. And let's hope now he does have enough revives. Because if he doesn't have revives, I think he's gonna wipe back to either Azalea or Goldenrod.
Yeah, not gonna be fun, but with his moveset, I'm not anticipating too many problems here.
He shouldn't, but if there's a Pokemon with Earthquake, Bonerang, yeah, it could be a difficulty for him, because that's the only weakness of this Ampharos.
Shout out to Snowbear skipping the second trainer. If you don't know that, you can actually just walk invisibly past her.
Indeed, it is a well-known strat by almost everybody that speedruns this game. And he decides to high jump kick aside her. Now we can see a couple of misclicks here by Snowbear's end, because he does know his type advantage, but he's just misclicking. And just like that, Sceptross went from a full town behind, where he entered Azalea Forest, Ilex Forest, sorry, and Snowbear marked in the item finder. And Snowbear still being an Aquatique in the gym, and Sceptross is just finishing the kimono goals right now. He made up around 6 to 7 minutes right here. Well, very well done by Sep.
And important to note, both runners are going to get that Lugia information since it's on one of the gym trainers, so that's another good little square to have filled out, hopefully.
Indeed, indeed. With that Lugia information and dark type info, if it exists, that's a free row 5 for you right there. And you don't have to climb Tin Tower, which can be a lengthy one. You need to beat 3 trainers, defeat the 40, or catch the 40, and then climb the tower to get to the Ho-Oh. And that's an easy 5 to 7 minute time sink right there, if everything goes well. And yeah, like I said here, Snowbear is having issues in the fight, in the gym. And this is really where you can see Kangaskhan falling behind. Kangaskhan being those C-tier pokes, I like to say about them. Definitely doable in a bingo, definitely. But yeah, it's just not good enough, as you can see here. Ambrose being a much better main.
Absolutely, and as he kind of struggles, it's just really letting Sceptross catch up more and more.
Indeed, indeed. And oh, the Kenya is being attracted. Oh my. It is very in love with the Meryl.
We're just gonna have hearts on our screen for a little bit longer.
I mean, who are we to interrupt the love between Pokemon, right? If the Kenya wants to be loved with the Meryl, let the Kenya be in love with the Meryl.
What happens at the daycare stays at the daycare.
Indeed.
Finally going on to fight Morty here.
Indeed, and the Amphros taking a Nightshade hit by the Poliwhirl. I think he did this on purpose so he can revive it. He does have revives. So yeah, Sept is, it's basically back in the game. He's on Rival and Snowbear's on Morty. So he's, I'd say, 5 minutes behind now. Maybe less.
Yeah, and very impressive running by him. Shoutouts to that, and again, just better position on the board with that middle square filled out already. So it'll be really fun to see.
Definitely, and this is one of those prime examples where even if you're behind, anything can happen. And with that war total going down, Snowbear defeated Morty on 47 minutes. So he definitely should be on track for a sub-hour fly, unless he decides to do Lighthouse first.
We'll probably pick up that call last, which won't add too much time, but very easy to do since she's on that route.
Indeed, you need to do that. Now, what I would do in this situation, I would wait with Lighthouse just a bit. If I need an Evolve poke like that Magnet Knight he had earlier. But maybe if he finds a Mareep or a Hoppip for Fluffy Skiploom. Now, Sceptross also trying to get to Roma. He must have recognized the Vaporeon.
looks like he's gonna pick up the item finder. I don't actually mind this, because now you're picking up once you're fully done. It could give Snowbear, if Snowbear thinks he did it at the same time, if he's been tracking complete rates, he may think he's still got that nice cushion, when in reality now Sceptross is right behind him.
Indeed, indeed. And Snowbear deciding to instantly call the lass after he's left the route. I would personally do it in the same screen. I'm gonna use a rappel to surf, but to each their own. And he gets a Ho-Oh info from the lady on the route, so he has both Lugia and Ho-Oh now, which is really good. And he again high jumps kick it instead of rock slides it. I think he has his moves mixed up a bit.
Gets there in the end, and yeah, I do think calling a lass pretty quickly the right thing to do, just so you can delete it out. Don't give her the chance to randomly call you and eat up some of your time.
Now he's deciding to use the Miracle Berry, Miracle Cure Berry here and heal it up. So this this tells me he's not gonna be healing at the Pokemon Center. Let's see what he'll do. Will he climb Lighthouse or will he go immediately to... He decides to center in Olivine rather than in Cyanwood. Now I don't get that play. You're going to Cyanwood anyway, so if you're gonna center somewhere, center in Cyanwood. Save yourself a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, especially
since... Did you see those TMs? Fire Punch, Psychic, Iron Tail, that's a lot of good TMs right there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's still Glacier Badge, I think, on the card, or did I... Yeah.
No, Glacier Badge is on the card, and he needs that if he's going for Lugia's room. And why won't you go for Lugia's room? It's one of those corner-centered goals.
Sceptross again, just catching up on time because he doesn't have to worry about this attract Meryl.
Nope, he just puts it into the ground like it's nothing. And he shouldn't have issue with his Tauros as well, because the Ampharos don't have physical moves, so it can be countered. Alright, let's see what Shocky is this time. Now what would help Snowbear here a lot is a Dark type, or let's say another Poke Goal. And by the looks of it, it's a fish. It's a Remoraid, a little baby Remoraid.
Didn't have the moves he needs either, so still looking for that middle square.
He's still looking for it, and it might get back to haunt him. He might be walled by that. Oh, and we see a Fortress here. Fortress being one of the organizers' favorite Pokemon, Hulk, is his favorite poke, and he's gonna be walled by that thing for quite a bit. Such a tanky Pokemon if you don't have a fire move. And where the Ampharos, the Ampharos should easily be able to two-hit that Fortress with Surf. Oh! now the Ampharos is in love with the Dojo. This, little did we know, this is a very lovable gym.
Yeah, and just pointing out, even with all this catch-up, it still looks like slightly less than a full gym behind. I mean, again, Snowbear is in Chuck's gym.
Indeed. He's almost halfway through Chuck's gym, and Sceptross just defeating Morty. I'd say when Snowbear finishes the fight with Chuck, Sceptross should be nearing the gym or close by. So again, I'd say 5 minutes behind at most, but with that middle goal, I would put my money on Sceptross right now. He's in a way better position.
Oh, we're getting what we asked for. It is still a close race, right? Because anything can happen. Things are about to open up a lot more now that we're about to get Fly.
Now we see Sceptross here skipping the last and trying to go for the roamer again. I'm not sure why he's so set on getting that roamer. It won't give him anything unless he wants that level 40 Vaporeon and he's not confident with the Ampharos. And Sceptross here also getting the Ho-Oh info, so they both have that now, which is fairly nice for both of them. And we can see here the difference between a decent physical attacker and a good special attacker. The Skarmory, it's such a bulky defensive Pokemon. It's taking almost 6 hits, where for Sceptross, if a Zap Cannon hits, it's a 1-shot. If he decides to surf it, it's gonna be a 2-shot. That's why, me personally, I always like to run a special poke with just a physical move for your Chansey and Blissey.
And getting that, following it up with a Magmar, just again, slowing him down. I mean, he does have Bonerang to try and deal with it, but it's packing a punch.
It won't do him as much good if the Kangaskhan is fainted. Now Sceptross here almost forgetting Strength. That would have been a really, really demotivated play if he forgot that, but luckily he remembered.
Yeah, not fun to arrive at Chuck's gym only to realize can't get past those rocks.
Oh, that can be so it's those things, or going to the Pseudo-Wudo tree and realize you forgot the squirt bottle. It's those things that you hit yourself in the head with, like, oh, what have I done now?
You do it once and you never forget to do it again.
You'd think that. Well, let me tell you a story. I forgot it several times already.
It's alright, I made the mistake of Lugia a room without escape rope. That's not funny.
Oh, yeah, I've been there as well. Now, luckily, I've done enough full item randos to know my way out into Will Islands. But, oh yeah, without an escape rope in the dark, it can be awful. And like I said, Sceptross, he has filled the gap. He's in Chuck's gym right now. And Snowbear fighting Chuck as we speak. He really closed that gap.
Yeah, this is really impressive running.
And look at this, like it took Snowbear 5 hits for that Fortress, and Sceptross just 2 hit it over. Let's go, next fight.
And he's burned, so his physical attack are now even gonna be more walled.
This is why I don't like running physical pokes as much as well. If you're burned, your attack will be cut in half, basically dealing half damage to your opponent. And look at this Wobbuffet, which should not be a scary Pokemon at all. It's making pieces out of him. And now we have to rely on the fish.
Luckily he's got some revives left, so he won't be able to just brute force this, but it's gonna eat up his time.
Indeed. Now Sceptross here struggling a bit as well, deciding to heal in the center. Which, if you don't have the healing, indeed do it, because there's nothing worse than wipe back to Olivine or Aquatique while you've been in Sionwood. Doesn't the Wobbuffet have any more attacking moves? Oh, it's trying to water gun it. Ah. And now he should be able to finish off the Wobbuffet. There we go. Snowbear being the first one to get Fly at the 57-minute mark. So we did get a sub-hour Fly at least.
And if you're in his position, where's the first place you go with Fly?
I always go to the Shiny first. Check out the Shiny, get the possibility to get the XP share. And after that, go get all your other goals, TM50, you have your TM21, TM27, get the black glasses, get TM10, get your Glacier Badge, get your Pokemon in Tojo Falls. But that's a personal trait of mine where I like to get as many goals as possible, so if I lock into a goal, it'll be of instant worth for me.
Definitely smart way to go about it, and then, yeah, I think immediately go into the Shiny smart move, especially he can now easily follow it up with that defeat 2 Electrodes, just get that square filled out as well.
And by the looks of it, we still don't have a lot of info. I'm not sure if we saw a Fluffy Skiploom or Hoppit Mareep. I'm not sure if we found Mechago Magneton, but there's still a lot of Pokals where we don't have info on. And I think neither of our racers can finish without that info, so they definitely have to check some slots or meme it up a bit by checking Bill's Spoke, checking the Pokemon traps in Rocket Hideout, check your game corner. All those 3 Pokemon slots might help you out. Now, Snowbear decided to catch a Miltank here. I don't see 25 owned on the card, but he might catch it for the 4 non-TM non-damaging moves. Like I said, he's desperately trying to get that.
Steel type not on the card today, so...
Not on the card, no. Now, what I would in the position of Snowbear, I get that he is forcing Pokemon to catch them, but if you know your opponent marked it early, I would try and catch Pokemon early on. Oh, that Vaporeon is bone clubbing the Ampharos. Might be an issue. Yeah, it takes him down. So Chuck also ruining Sceptross' life a bit, and Snowbear finds the Wobbuffet of his nightmare. He's going to catch it, which I don't mind. The Wobbuffet has shown 2 non-TM non-damaging while it was level 30, and it is showing Swords Dance there. So yeah, if Snowbear is lucky here, he didn't learn Sacred Fire yet, and he has it in the bag. Oh, it shows Sacred Fire, yeah, and he runs from it. That's a fair play.
And Sceptross getting his fly just after the hour mark, it looks like.
Now Snowbear getting TM10, showing Sceptross where he is. And again, if I was Sceptross, I would feel very confident right now. Having caught up that much time, you just got Fly and your opponent marks TM10, which, if you play it right, you're only a minute behind if you repel through everything. So, yeah, I would feel very satisfied with myself.
And I just noticed this. It looked like Chuck gave a TM that happens to be frustrate. Want to clarify that does not mark the card. You need it to be TM 21, not the move.
Yeah, the move doesn't count. It has to be TM 21 or 27. And as we see here, Snowbear going for that shiny, like most of a competitive runner would do. Get that XP share, possibility if needed. Oh, he gets an encounter before it. So here's a Yanma, that's not on the card. Now Sceptross here deciding to dex the Ho-Oh Lugia, I think. Yeah, there it is. Where's the Ho-Oh at? Ho-Oh being in Slowpoke well. And the Lugia being... Oh, on the first route. Wow. Oh, and Mount Mortar, so he knows it's here.
Yeah, he just finds it right away.
Wow. So yeah, for Sceptross, what would be really good for him to find is a Dark type. It will give him the Row 5, the TLBR possibility, and yeah, it can go quick from there.
Now, if he doesn't lock into one, he can always try to do the Lighthouse Trainers just to see if any of them have a Dark type he can dex.
Indeed, and that Weeping Bell, oh, that's a really good find. Another Poison type, easy evolution with a Leaf Stone. Basically 2 Poison types right there. And he knows how weak Thundershock is, so he just decides to catch it. Now, Snowbear having marked 4 non-TM non-damaging. Let's see, what does he have for it? Eradicator, rest.
The Miltank, rest,
yeah,
minimized.
The Miltank. Isn't Feud just side a damaging move though?
but if he teaches over it with
Flash, yeah.
Flash.
I'm not sure if Future Sight is counted. I have to check that up with the admins. Yeah, I think Future Sight doesn't count.
That is unfortunate because I think I was misremembering. I think it was Sceptross who did Bell Tower or Spell.
Sceptross did get Flash, so I'm confirming it with an admin right now. And if I get the green, I have to unmark that goal, unfortunately for him. Yeah, I'm awaiting the decision of the admin, Tomcat Tomato. But of course, our organizer in Halkery not responding to me. I can ask another admin, hold up.
Snowbear going to try and find that Lugia now.
Alright, I just got confirmation it is a damaging move, so I'm going to unmark the goal.
Sceptross picks up the
EXP
EXP share, and Snowbear catching some poison Pokemons here. Finally finding his Lugia. Sceptross heading to Blackthorn. Do we know?
Yeah, he's going for that black glasses find in Blackthorn. And Sceptross finding a Moltres here. Unlucky it's not on the card this time.
He does still have that Growlithe Evolve as well. It's a free thing he hasn't done yet.
Oh, it has Stab, Psybeam, and TM20. TM20 is normally a goal that could be on the card, so nice find there. Yeah, he's realizing now. I think the mill tank needs flash instead of future sight, so he might going to climb Sprout Tower here.
Yeah, that's flying to the right place to do it.
And we can see Sceptross here as he is navigating his way through Dark Cave. He's going to do it Repellus because he knows he needs info. They both need info to finish. They don't have anything to actually get a 5 bingo.
Yeah, and again, Sceptross at least now, because he's already done the Sprout Tower, we were talking about how far behind he was, but now that Snowbear has to vote that same time here, really just going to give him a chance to pick up a lot of these things while Snowbear's tied up.
I would definitely say Sceptross now in the lead. For as far as you can go with saying somebody is in the lead with cleanup. It's still a very close race.
Yeah, neither runner has a full bingo yet, so it's still anybody's game, but...
Indeed. In this situation, as Sceptross is doing right now, I would just get as much bingo goals as possible, and then hope and pray I'll find a goal.
Mareep info, so if it's on a high-level route, we might be able to get a Flaffy out of that information.
Even if it's on a low-level route, Mareep evolves at level 16. So if it exists, that's an excellent goal to find for Sceptross right here. It'll give him 2 extra bingos with column 3 and row 2. And yeah, all that he then really needs, because he can do TLBR, column 3, and what did I say, row 2. Yeah, you just need row 5, I believe, for him to finish, because he still has that Growlithe he hasn't evolved yet, so he can do column 1 as well.
And just immediately going for it.
I really like the play. Just get it before doing prize, get that extra levels on there.
Another poison Pokemon if he wants it. And Snowbear picking up Flash, so he's finally done with that middle square for real, and
yes, now he has it, TM50 is Thunderbolt, my, these TMs. There we go, now he has the goal, very good. Oh, he finds a dark type, yeah, this find could be game right here. Finding that dark type is huge, like I said earlier, he now has a path to finish. And it could be a very quick one as well.
Yeah, it's great find by him. I mean, not what he was looking for, but absolutely a game changer.
Indeed, indeed. All he has to do now is evolve the Mareep when he finds it. Defeat 8 trainers in Lighthouse, get your TM 2127, evolve your Growlithe while you're there, and yeah, you're good to go. Catch your Pokemon in Tojo. Yeah, he has this. Unless Snowbear's still in this. If Snowbear finds something like a Magcargo, Magneton, Beedrill, Butterfree back to back, it could be a game changer. But Snowbear not having that Growlithe, I believe, from earlier, nor a Vulpix. So yeah, it might be difficult for him to turn this one around.
Yeah, I was gonna say both of them just have the same goals, right? Neither of them really has any information, or had any information that the other didn't until this Dark type Pokemon. So that's the real difference maker as of right now.
And you can see Snowbear here also going through Ice Path Repellus. He also knows he needs to find something to turn this one around. Yeah, Sceptross is desperately trying to look for the Mareep. I'm not sure how many slots he's seen in the water. No, that's an Ampharos. That's not the Mareep.
Just pointing at each other, saying, "Wait, that's me."
Indeed, Spider-Man meme, as we would say. But yeah, you would think if you main a sheep, you will find baby sheep, but yeah. You will find bigger sheep instead.
Snowbear finding a Paris. That does open up column 4.
Indeed, that Paris could be a really great help for him. It'll give him 1 bingo if he has poison types as well. Ideally, he needs to have Apom Heragos or Pinsir as well.
Yeah, and I don't think he's been collecting poisons as closely as Sceptross has. Again, Sceptross having the Gloom and the Weeping Bell just means that's basically 4 of the 7 he needed.
This is the perfect example where Sceptross is purposely not going after poison types anymore. He does own the Nidoking, but it's not on his path anymore. He doesn't need it to finish, and he knows it. Yeah, I think it's also been 2 slots in the water as well. He is being a bit unlucky with that Mareep.
Wouldn't you know it, just as soon as you know you need something, you know where it is, it just does not want to show up.
True, and Snowbear checking his eggs that are making sounds. So, as far as we know, if those eggs are Beedrill, Butterfree, and Magcargo Magneton, this could be a whole new race. Oh, Sceptross finding the 10% in the water, being a Slugma. So now he knows, okay, this sheep is definitely on the ground. And like I said, he did slap the XP share on the Magnemite.
Oh, he finds a Heracross.
Oh, that is a huge find for him. That is a really huge find for him. Not only does he now have column 4 that he can also do row 3. That's a really big find.
Yeah, and I think he found this at Lake Ridge, so I mean, you'll still... Oh, and the Mareep. The Mareep has been
and Sceptross finds the Mareep. So now basically Snowbear is on a time limit. Because, yeah, like I said earlier, you just have to evolve the Mareep and then get a few levels on it and get your day goals and you're done. But yeah, Snowbear is probably going after those poison types right now. He might do the Electrodes and Glacier Badge. Yep, there he goes.
Would you have done Glacier Badge first, or would you have done Electrodes first?
Personally, I don't see the need for Snowbear to do Glacier Badge. I get that he wants to evolve that Magnemite, but he doesn't have Beedrill Butterfree, I believe. He doesn't have Magcargo Magneton, unless you want to evolve the Magnemite, but I think it's a bad idea. I would definitely do the Electrodes first. It'll give you a bingo. You can check the trap Pokemon. It might be something on the card, and give you a better advantage.
Yeah, I think, again, just looking at the state of the bingo board, neither runner has gotten a full bingo yet, so I can see Snowbear maybe just wanting to get more information right away. So I can see the reasoning behind doing Glacier Badge, but I think ultimately doing the traps, doing the Electrodes, and just seeing if you can't lock into a Pokemon.
Indeed. And there we go, now we have Big Sheep and Little Sheep. Yeah, and as I said earlier, he's there he goes. He doesn't want he doesn't know which one to put in second or none. There you go. Sceptross going to buy that Firestone, I think now. Yeah, there he's off. Getting that TM2. He is getting his poison types. Is he not realizing that he has a path to finish? Without the poison types?
Not exactly sure.
Now Snowbear should also have that Mareep info right now, if I'm sure. The Mareep info was in Chalk's Price's gym, was it not?
I thought... Oh goodness, I think you're right, because as soon as Sceptross entered it, did the first trainer, he immediately left. So I think it was on the very first trainer in Price's gym.
And Snowbear does have Vulpix info, but it's in the water here. There we go, Sceptross going to finish Glacier Badge, because he needs that Lugia room and he knows it.
Gonna get a nice amount of experience to that Mareep as well.
Oh yeah, that Mareep should definitely be evolving now. And now Snowbear is having the same issue Sceptross had. Looking for that elusive 10% in the water. Oh, he didn't get enough XP off Price. It looks like he only marked Glacier Badge in advantage. I mean, it doesn't matter for him. He can just do Lighthouse and then get the XP like that. He still needs to do a less. He doesn't need to forget that.
Finally finding the Vulpix.
There we go. Now that would give Snowbear also an incentive to go do Lighthouse trainers, get your Lugia's room, get your Black Glasses. And Sceptross doing Tojo Falls now. There we go. Oh, the Alligator itself just exploded. Well, that worked. At least he got his Mareep off of it. Oh, Mareep is 15. I thought it was 16.
And we're getting our first egg hatch as well.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Not on the card today.
Oh, that would have been a hype moment if that was on the card. Oh, there's the angry Wigglytuff that boomed on both of our heroes today. Will it still have Yumta? That's the question. Nope, it's just stomping it. Snowbear fighting the Paris again that he already owns. Why is Sceptross dexing a Venonat? Oh, he wants to finish like that. Oh, I see. I mean, you could do that. Sure. Oh, and Snowbear finding a Murkrow. That's a huge find for him.
Yeah, this is turning into quite a close race again.
Yeah, this is going to be very close. Now Snowbear needing to get the Firestone for the Vulpix, get the TM while he's there. And then if he does Lugia's room, that'll give him a bingo. Defeat the Electros will give him a bingo. Lighthouse will give him a bingo. I still think Sceptross has slightly advantage because he has the poison types.
He has the poison types, and he's knocked out some of these other goals just a little bit quicker with like having to go to Total Falls, picking up the frustration or return TM.
Indeed, indeed. The only thing that would be helping Snowbear in this on this point is Macago Magneton, I think.
I mean, he still has that Heracross that opens up row 3.
Yeah, it'll open up row 3 for him and column 5. Oh, and Sept finding the Venonat. And there you have it. Snowbear is going to clock reset. I think Snowbear made a mistake not realizing TM21, TM27 was on the card for day rollover. Yeah, there he goes. He's off goal clock resetting. Now, for those at home who don't know what clock resetting is, what you can do is you can find a program online, and in that program you type your name and you type the amount of money you have, and according to that, it'll give you a code that you need to clock reset if you type in a specific code. And Snowbear is doing that right here, as you can see.
And I don't think we said it, but it was about an hour 23 minutes when we got our first bingo, and Sceptross now has 2 bingos.
Yeah, he got it very quickly. And there we go, and he's calling the last, going to Whirl Islands, to Lugia's room. And then when he's done that, that'll give him, Lugia's room will give him 2 bingos, I believe. Or am I blind?
No, I think it does give both the diagonal and row 2.
So he still needs to do either get Beedrill, Butterfree, or do Lighthouse. There we go, Snowbear marking the Arcanine Ninetales. It is a very close match. If I was Sceptross at this point, yes, he has 0 bingos, but he does have that 1 poke goal advantage on him, which can easily give him a bingo. So I would still be a little bit unsettled at this point. Yeah, Sceptross knows he doesn't need anything anymore, just super repelling, and he knows his way in the dark. Oh, at least I think. He is going for the Weedle. He really doesn't want to do Lighthouse.
I mean, with how quickly Weedle evolves, I don't hate that. I think it ultimately would be quicker.
Yeah, but he needs to find a room where Weedle is in, and Woe Islands, I believe they have 7 to 8 different encounter slot tables. Each of them containing either 7 or 10 Pokemon, depending if there's water in it or not. So, I'm not a fan of this play, not gonna lie. I would much rather do Lighthouse trainers. Yes, it's a little bit of time commitment, but it's more consistent.
Now, I do think what was happening is, I don't know if he's gonna commit too much more time, but it does look like he was just checking every room as he entered it, just to see if it was on his way.
Ah, I getcha. And now Snowbear also going for the Mareep. I don't blame him. If he gets that, it'll give him a bingo. Lugia's from Tojo will give him a bingo. And let's see if he will have the same issues as Sceptross with this Mareep.
He's already struggled with that, oh goodness, what was it? The Vulpix? I feel like we should just give this one to him.
Yeah. He is checking the water first. Now we know it's not in the water. There is Big Sheep in the water, so he might giggle a little bit when he sees that. But he is deciding to catch the Nidoking, which I don't blame him. He needs the poison types as well. Yeah, and here we can see Sceptross climbing the lighthouse, fighting the first trainer.
Yeah, we're really coming down to another Ho-Oh. Oh.
Now, for those who don't know, there are actually 9 trainers in the lighthouse. You can skip one. And you'll see Sceptross here skipping one trainer, because that trainer will have 5 Pokemon. and it's just not optimal to fight him.
Snowbear finding that 3rd spot in the water, so he now knows go on land.
Yeah, he found that really quick. This should help him a lot. And there you have it. He's skipping that trainer. So this gentleman over here should be the 3rd trainer. He's almost halfway through.
Ninetales information a little bit too late.
I mean, it didn't matter for Sceptross. He found the Growlithe earlier. Snowbear finding the Mareep. Pretty quicker than Sceptross did. Sceptross now halfway. I believe this sailor is fight number 5 for him, if I'm not mistaken. Man, this is a close race. Snowbear having 17 goals, but still not having a single bingo. But he can get 3 of them instantly if he wants to.
It looks like he's gonna go for the electrodes first, which will give him his first bingo.
Now the question is he going to waste time checking the traps or not? I feel if he does, it might help him. It might win him the race if he finds my cargo magnet on there. But even then, I still think this race is Sceptross one to win. Yeah, he's skipping the traps. He has his path, and he's just hoping and praying that Sceptross is having a little bit of issues. Oh no, Sceptross, don't do it. Just forfeit. Don't do it. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, Sceptross, why? Why do you drown the Pikachu? Why? Wait, and it has a Raichu. If this trainer has a Pichu, I need some words with people. Ah, there's a Mankey, alright.
And again, just one of those electrodes being Ninetales had either, or had Snowbear really gone there sooner, may not have had to waste that time at Lake of Rage, capture that one, defeat the other 2.
There we go, and Sceptross now on his final battle. And he did mark it preemptively. So yeah, we have it's a little bit foresight in the future, but we do have a winner here. Winning with 6 bingos, Sceptross. With an official time of 1:32.27. And let's see if he wants in for a quick interview.
Congratulations to him. Very good race. Just very impressive.
Very close
Yeah.
race indeed. And shout out to Snowbear, he is going to finish, it looks like. Again, that's really respectful that you do that. Alright, Sceptross needs a little before he joins, probably getting his mic ready and whatnot.
Snowbear continuing with bad luck. I think he found a Wigglytuff in that Tojo Falls area and it exploded before he could catch it.
It went Yumta again. You'll love to see it. Again, if you don't join the Guildmasters Guild, it'll Yumta on you. And hello Sceptross. Congratulations on your victory.
Congratulations.
Can you hear us, Sceptross? Hello? Seem to have a little bit of tech issues here. Sceptross, his mic not working. Yeah, sound issues, alright.
Humbled even in victory.
Okay, I think it's working now.
There we go. There we go. Again, congratulations,
Oh,
Sceptross.
thank you. That was... you have no idea how psychologically draining this race was.
Yeah, tell us about it a bit, because we had our own discussion in it. How did you experience the race?
This is, and I can 100% confirm you this, my worst Faulkner time I've ever had. There were just no mains. And I had to stick with the Zap Cannon level 2 Anthros with Crunch. And obviously being a level 2, I figured, okay, let's give it some levels and let's go to the tower because there's a decent chance I might need Flash for the middle goal. And yeah, and that was it. Faulkner time was like, what, 25 minutes, 30 minutes? It was stupid.
Yeah. We were saying that I know you a bit. And yeah, a 25-minute Faulkner, you want to have it sub 15, so you weren't happy about it at all, I thought.
Yes, and I even got more nervous when I was like picking items, and the gold bear just wouldn't show up. And then it shows up in the well, and I'm like, well, I'm 10 minutes behind. I am not gonna win this. And yeah, well, I progressed. At least I had a good main with a good level. And I saw that I was catching up when I got to Equitique. I think I was already only 6 minutes behind.
Yeah, when you arrived in Equitique, Snowbear just finished Rival 3, so you got up really quick.
Yeah, I was like, okay, blitz. So I was really focused on catching up. I was actually surprised because I felt like I had already caught up by Fly, which surprised me really.
Yeah, the main issue was Snowbear was maining a Kangaskhan, which had a really good moveset. He taught it Slash from the
Yeah, that was...
It had Rock Slide, High Jump Kick.
Oh wow.
But
better main than me.
I like the Ampharos more because the issue Snowbear was having, it got countered by a Tauros, it got burned a bit.
Yeah,
it is still a Kangaskhan. It won't one-shot things. It got walled a bit by the Fortress, by the Skarmory in Chuck's gym, and it lost a lot of minutes to that. And Snowbear was also picking up almost every item, and that was surprising to me.
I figured Snowbear would be trying to pick up items for Black Glasses, so I said, okay, if he's ahead of me, if he finds them, I'll just start picking up items, and I will not pick up a single item, and I did not pick up a single item after the Goldberry.
And that was the correct play, really well.
Yeah.
I noticed earlier when you checked the Aerodactyl, you didn't mark the init screen.
Yeah. I was so focused on how behind I was that I just saw, okay, this sucks, and put it in the box.
Yeah.
then I was like, when you marked it. Fun fact: when you marked that, I thought you were marking it for Snowbear, and I was like, "Oh wait, I have that." And then I mark it, and then I realize I'm Navy, and then mark it.
Yeah, I tried to help you there a little bit, cause
yeah, thank you.
Technically, you saw it on screen, so then I have to intervene there. Snow is almost about to finish. He's climbing Lighthouse at the moment. No,
yeah, that was. I was really trying to avoid doing the Lighthouse. You may have seen from my path, I was really banking on the Weedlewing in Lugi's room, or like that. On the path to it, because I wasn't sure if I had enough time. But yeah, Snowbear was not marking things, and as I was fighting the trainers, and I progressively started feeling more and more confident about fighting the trainers, I felt I was so far behind that I just could not afford to do it. That's how I was feeling, and the Mareep taking so much time to show up. Okay, I got a Houndoom out of it. But it was taking, I think I saw 9 slots to find it. It took. I was just getting nervous at that point.
Yeah, we saw that, and at a certain point you went in the water, and you got a nice Spider-Man meme right there. How did that make you feel?
Spider-Man meme. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound exhausted, my friend.
Oh, that you have no idea how draining this was. It was a roller coaster of emotions from beginning to the end.
I just really want to commend you. That was really smart racing that you did there. I know you're talking about how hard it was at the beginning to find that main, but like it served you so well. Like you saved so much time. Just
it did.
A-class.
And I even said also, it goes to show, even if you're full town behind, which you were, like you were entering Buxy's gym and Snowbear was entering Whitney's gym, and you can still come back to it. And what really helped you was that you had that middle goal early, that quick. And Snowbear was catching some wild pokes in the hope and pray that he found something.
Didn't he have the... What did Aerodactyl have other than Slash?
Not, but he didn't find an Aerodactyl. He found an Ammonite.
Oh,
30.
I thought he found the Aerodactyl.
This is what I was saying to the fancy one as well. I think he's thinking the same way.
Yeah, you absolutely called that out.
Yeah. The roamer was Magneton, right?
No. The roamers were Ammonite and.
Oh, Ammonite. Yeah. Ammonite, yeah. Yeah, I figured there was something on the card, but...
Unfortunately, we do have to wrap it up a bit. There's another race being scheduled in 8 more minutes. So yeah, I wish we could have Snow... We can drag it out a little bit, right? To get a little bit of Snowbear's perspective, do you not think?
Yeah, I don't mind shutting up. Just
I'll confirm real quick with one of the organizers. Hold up.
Where did Snowbear, while we wait, I ask, where did Snowbear find the Napalm Heracross pincer?
He found it in Heracross in the Lake of Rage.
Oh, that's mean. Yeah, I think I finished with 8 poison types, not sure though. Also, what else? Yeah, getting Flash early was good because the experience obviously also helped in catching up.
Yeah, and just having that middle square, I think, really helped add a lot of pressure for you. So I think really smart. Again, just really smart running on your part.
Okay, I'm getting confirmation. We unfortunately do not have the time for Snowbear's interview. I do apologize for Snowbear as well. I know he likes to have his peace of mind, but we do have to go. Oh, he is in the room though, so maybe real quick. Hi, Snowbear. We have to be real quick with your interview because there's a race in 5 more minutes. Short piece of your mind, if you can.
Rough race. No poison types really hurt, and then I guess I thought Future Sight counted as a non-damaging move because it doesn't directly damage, but not a big deal. GG Sceptross. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I'm so mad because I was trying not to hide information. I got the Paris. It was a comment on Dark Cave, so I left, and then I went to go get the Vulpix, and the 30% was the Heracross at Lake of Rage. And then, of course, I saw the Electrode was the Vulpix. It was the Ninetales.
Yeah, you were in the lead for the longer period of the time. So,
I didn't have a path. The non-damaging TM moves threw me off. I kept trying to record Pokemon that might have had it. Like I saw the Wobbuffet that had 2, but I remembered it doesn't learn moves, so I was like, oh, let's scratch that. I thought for sure it was the Corsola, because I know it learns to level up really quickly. So that's why I gave it a little bit of experience in Morty's gym when I had the opportune moment. But yeah, this King
was unlucky. It was unlucky. We unfortunately do have
missed
to
so many
wrap up
moves.
Snowbear. Yeah,
anyways,
you did.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off like that, Snowbear. We do have to wrap it up. Thank everybody for watching. Our next episode will start in a couple of minutes. Please follow our races, Sceptross and Snowbear. Yeah, thank you for my co-commentator, the fancy one.
Yeah, absolutely a pleasure talking to you as always. Good job to both our racers. Really fun race to watch.
Really close race indeed. And enjoy the next races, everybody. And see you all later. Goodbye.
Thank you. See you.
Bye, all.